Right everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the F124 Driver Career Mode with Williams. This is episode number 8 for the Austrian Grand Prix Season 1. If you missed the previous episode at Canada, I recommend you go and check that one out before seeing this one, because spoiler, finally had a good pit stop, which meant that I managed to get P7 in the end with some good running. Albon again finishing outside the points, and it's healthy in that points rivalry with Lance Stroll. But yes, we've first got McLaren, and 3 people have turned up this time. As well as I say, in these cutscenes, there's no audio or anything really there, but they're showing us where they are as well. And you can show where we are, their current team, but obviously their success rate 72%. They've applied a lot of durability upgrades as well. Obviously some of those come from Mercedes, obviously, which we both have as an engine supplier, but obviously McLaren have got a little bit more work to work on, especially on the aero side thing. We're obviously going to continue the talks because we are McLaren junior driver.
Been scouring the socials and asking around, and I'm delighted to say that the team are none the wiser about us chatting with anyone else. And the meeting went well too. I know, I'm amazing. You're welcome.
Yes, enough about our agent. I mean, she's very full of herself. I think if that's the correct word. Yeah. Anyway, speaking of R&D, we've got major front downforce upgrade that will not come until Belgium, which is a little annoying. Unfortunately, that isn't going to be available. But I don't want to rush it for Austria, because it's got a 55% failure chance. So yes, I think we're just going to do it as well, for goodness sake. Well, that engine upgrade, this is why I didn't want to rush, because that engine power upgrade has failed and it won't come until Silverstone. That race will be out next week, by the way. Speaking of the race, we got some rain at the start of our race, but then it will be going to dry. So that will be interesting for the main Grand Prix, but of course we've got a lot of running to get through first. Speaking of running, we've got R&D. We've got Red Bull, who have started to run away a little bit from McLaren. Ferrari have caught Red Bull up. A little upgrade for Aston Martin that made them jump Mercedes as well. And you can just about see RB, although they have fixed those colours for the new patch that was released earlier today. So
hello everyone, welcome to Austria. It is a short track, it is high speed.
And it's time for stream qualifying, yes. As usual, I haven't really figured what to show you from sprint qualifying and sprint. So if you want to see more or less, then let me know in the comments below. One thing I'm going to do is ruin George Russell's lap. He was giving me a slipstream through Sector 1 and Sector 2, which was lovely, and managed to go on purple for it. So I don't really talk about getting a slipstream as well, but yeah, I just overtaken him because he was going far too slowly. And it's P2, ladies and gentlemen, as well. Piastri is a penalty. That's unfortunate for him. Yeah, P2. Again, obviously the AI only have one set of softs, and annoyingly, I do think they need to code the AI to use mediums at the start of these sessions. I'm not sure what happened to Lando. Did he fly round or something? I don't know, but he starts last. We'll be on the front row. Let's see what we do. It's time for the sprint at the Austrian Grand Prix.
So it is all about speed in today's sprint. Not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top?
So we are down the grid. It is a bit overcast, but there's no rain in this race. Race strategy is actually just going to be softs, I think. Yeah, for sure. 0.3 faster going on softs, so I think we'll go for softs instead of mediums. Gives us potentially another set of mediums should we need them for the race. 5 red lights then. The Austrian Grand Prix sprint, and well, it's a bit of a hold, away we go, and it's actually a shocker for Verstappen off the line. I have the lead. Alonso fills in behind. He takes P2 away, but Alonso isn't going to stop there with his fantastic start. He's going to try and take the lead, but I take the inside curve there. But Alonso, is he going to out-traction me? Now I've got to use potentially a bit of overtake to try and keep in front. There's a bit of a gap to form to Perez. Hopefully we should have the inside line here. Turn 4, down the inside there, leaving Alonso room on the outside, not doing a Hamilton as well, and I have to retain the lead. Alonso comes back at turn 5, and I got to go wide to give him the room, and that was a mistake. But Alonso isn't going to keep the lead for long because DRS enabled lap 2, and I'm just going to blast past as well. Obviously I've driven here before in this game when we did the equal cars as well, so yes, I do have an idea of the setup. And then Verstappen is also going to get past Alonso on the run down to turn 5. He'll have the inside line, and the local fans, I'm sure many of the Austrian faithful that will be out there this weekend will all be happy with that. Verstappen though gets cut out by me at turn 10, and then Alonso, such a shame, he's ruined what would be a good start. He's down a P5, and I've gone really wide at turn 1. And Verstappen, is he going to go through? He is. He's going to have DRS. I'm trying to use a bit of DRS to come back at Verstappen, break around the outside. Sainz as well, and then I've gone way too deep into that corner, and that's the lead gone as well. I mean, it is Verstappen as well. We're watching Alonso there trying to get past, watching a few cars there at the bottom of the top 10. A couple of McLarens need to do a little bit better. This is one of them. Oscar Piastri, obviously Norris is still way outside the point, so he's not going to be getting anything, so Piastri needs to carry it from McLaren, and he's not quite doing that. He's down in P6 trying to get past Carlos Sainz. I'm being chased by Sergio Perez, and again he's trying to have a go, but that outside line is the way to defend into turn 3. And then obviously you want the inside line here at turn 4 as well. Obviously I can open steering there like that happen and try and force Leclerc into play, but tyres are really going off. Lap 30, as I say, this was a bit of a risk with going to softs instead of mediums, that, you know, the tyres would go off, and the rears have done so as well. Now I've got to try and hope I can get the traction out of the corners, because Perez is down the inside. I didn't defend the inside properly, and now Perez has got the position as well. And then what happened later at turn 5 on the final lap, I've gone wide, and Leclerc has barged himself through into P3. I don't know why the FIA gave me a warning. That's not my fault. I think that's definitely Leclerc's fault. You can see 38% of the rears. Not sure we're going to be seeing a little bit too much of the softs in the race, but it's disappointing that I can hold on for P2 in the end, or even the race win. But in the end, the cars around us were too quick, so it is nevertheless a decent haul of points, P4. But now we move to qualifying. Hopefully we can have a good qualifying.
Hello everyone, welcome to Austria. It is a short track, it is high speed, it is exactly what we enjoy for qualifying.
So into main qualifying we are, and yeah, I decided to gamble a bit, because the way that the tyre allocation is, I've only got 2 sets of softs for qualifying, no sets reserved for the race. I'm thinking of a little bit of an alternate strategy compared to the AI, who won't have any fresh softs for the race. So that's my plan. I've only done the one run at the end of the session. It is a bit risky, obviously, but there are no red flags in qualifying in the game, so there's no risk there. Obviously, the yellow flags really don't penalise you enough anyway. You know, you just carry on. So the risk compared to real life in the game is actually minimal, really. As well, and hopefully as well it's not going to rain, so we don't need to worry about that. Anyway, I've talked through the entire lap. It's only a short lap here at Austria as well. Probably not my best lap. I probably could have been a bit more aggressive, using a bit more of the curb as well, and that result puts me that put me P9. I've always gone well here at Austria. That should be P8 because Russell got a penalty from P. So yeah, Albon's only a few tenths behind. He's not been in great form, Albon, so that's probably where to expect it. Bearing in mind, obviously, focus works differently on this game than it has done previously. As well. So yeah, well, I'll see what I can do from 8th place. It's time for the race day's Austrian Grand Prix.
Good afternoon and welcome to Spielberg and to a circuit that in one form or the other has held every Austrian Grand Prix in the championship except the very first back in 1964. It was at this race that John Watson lost a bet and his beard when he took Team Penske's only F1 victory in 1976. If anything, the stakes are even higher today, with 25 points available for victory and a crucial advantage in the championship fight. We have wet conditions today, 10 corners out there for the drivers, 7 to the right and 3 to the left, making up a total distance of 2.6 miles. It is very easy to run wide, especially in these wet conditions. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday and he'll start from pole position, edging out Sergio Perez, who lines up P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Norris, Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Phoenix, Hamilton, Stroll, Albon, Gasly, Russell, Tsunoda, Magnussen, Ocon, Ricciardo, Hülkenberg, Joe, and Valtteri Bottas begins the race from the back of the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. Welcome to the commentary box. I'm Alex Jakes, delighted to say that we're joined today by Anthony Davidson. Paddock chat earlier in the weekend that this driver had discussions with another team this week. How does that work from a driver's point of view? Now, those final hours before a race, did you have a routine?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that the easier you are within that environment.
Okay, Mark here. Let's get another points finish today. I just want to say good luck. We're all counting on you.
No pressure then, Mark. Yeah, I think we can get a points position, but it's raining, but yet we're on dry tyres. As well, so yes, don't know, obviously, it's really time for, is it actually the crossover? It looks wet, but then of course we know the graphics on this game, it's usually drier sometimes, whether it actually is. So yeah, vibrant lights then for the Austrian Grand Prix, and away we go. And it's an okay start. I'm going to try and get Alonso down the inside into turn 1 as well. Careful on the brakes. As I say, it will be slidey in his open position, but Alonso's going to out-traction me because the AI've got OP traction in this game as well. So we watch Carlos Sainz. He's going to get a good start, try and get in front of Lando Norris, that is, and Norris and Sainz are going to carry on battling. I'm going to get Alonso up at the turn 3. As you can see, Norris and Sainz still going side by side. It looks like Sainz has actually got Norris in the end. Alonso was driving to the back of me at that corner on the exit. So here's a replay. It's just the usual turn 3 dive there, and then yeah, not really sure Alonso was thinking of getting that close to me, but I've got news for you. Like, it is properly wet, as Hamilton has sent it down the inside of both myself and Alonso. We're going to out traction him there, but yeah, I'm not going to lie, the AI obviously aren't affected by the fact it's raining as well. Definitely not compared to the player. So just watch it in these conditions. It is horrible, and Hamilton's going to have a go at turn 4 as well. This is the battle for P7, and I think he's almost done as much. A little bit of contact there. Didn't want to make contact down the inside, and he yields the position actually at that corner. So yeah, Hamilton's going to get a bit frustrated here. You can see that I don't have the pace on the cars ahead in these conditions. I think that this car will come more towards me in the dry when it actually stops raining, which yeah, once it's properly still raining, because obviously again we've got that graphical glitch where it's wetter than it looks on the replay cameras than it is on excuse me, on the driver's POV. Meanwhile, up at the front it's a Red Bull 1-2 still, Max Verstappen leading the way. A lot of people start on hards as well. I've decided, to possibly go to softs. I didn't talk about that. Apologies about that. And that's a lock-up for Albon. Really poor from Alex there. He needs to be a lot more consistent. He needs points, basically, as well. And that's Sainz and Norris still battling. So I've got this lovely aerial shot here of them battling through into turn 6. Turn 6 and 7 there as well. But Sainz will stay ahead for now. Alonso got back in front of Hamilton here, but us four, we sort of broke that lock-up for Albon has sort of helped me, the two Astons and Hamilton to break away at the bottom of the top 10, and we actually start to close in on the all four of us in the cars in front, the two Ferraris and Norris as well. So yeah, this isn't over yet, especially if we do that strategy of going hard soft, and the hards don't have very much tyre wear in this game as well, which is something that needs to be fixed and addressed. There's Norris down the inside turn 4 there, doesn't have to get the move there, but he's must be getting very frustrated, stuck behind his former teammate Carlos Sainz around the outside turn 1. And surely he's got the move done this time, and after the RS open. And that is Lance Stroll. And, well, our rivalry is probably at an end because he is out of the race with an engine failure. As well, Stroll's only scored points once this season. And the safety car will be deployed to pick up Stroll's stricken Aston. So, yeah, this is going to change things, because obviously I was going to go to softs. We're now all going to go into mediums. I'm the first one to pit as well. Obviously we're not really in undercut territory. I'm a little bit worried that we are pitting this early for mediums. There's still 15 laps to go in this race. The mediums do not have the same type of tyre wear. So if we started on mediums meant for hards, then we'd probably be laughing, but because the hards would do those 15 laps. But yeah, alas, that's not what we've done. And up at the front, there's been a change for the lead, because Oscar Piastri has shooted himself up into the lead of the race from Max Verstappen as well. I think that's Charles Leclerc in P3. So no, it's not Leclerc, it's Sainz in P3. So been a few changes. It's still 2 Ferraris, 2 Red Bulls and 2 McLarens as we get back underway. Leclerc though has an engine issue, I've been informed over the radio, so we need to get rid of Leclerc as soon as possible, because he will be slow. That, especially around here, it is not one of the places you want. Probably Monza's probably one of the Monza and Spa probably the few. This is probably the 3rd worst place on the calendar. So you're going to go around the outside at turn 3 on Leclerc and get onto P6. Very good there as well. Up at the front, it's not Verstappen, it's Perez, who's the lead Red Bull, against Piastri, but he can't get around the outside of the Australian there as well. And Hamilton behind, he's now got his sights set up on Leclerc round the outside at turn 1, and it's a textbook move for Hamilton. Needed to make that in order for him to keep up with myself, as well as Perez is having another go around the outside here of Piastri into turn 6 and 7 they go. Piastri is still able to keep the lead for now as well, but they're all battling, and that's Sainz gone wide. He's messed up Verstappen, and I'm up to P4. What happened to Sainz? It was a lock-up. Another lock-up. A huge lock-up there for Sainz. I was lucky not to go into the back of him there. And then Verstappen obviously slowed up as well. And now we've got a 3-wide battle between the two McLarens and Sergio Perez for the lead. And they just need... McLaren need to pick one to take the lead and run away. You know, the other follows in behind, because this battling is just costing them time as well. Somehow, this is the battle for the lead. I was, what, 12 seconds off the race before, but now we're in a good position. I'm going to look around the outside of Oscar Piastri there. That's a mistake. He'd get another mistake. Again, and Verstappen plots his car beautifully. But now the two Red Bulls, they're caught themselves up, tripping themselves up over each other. And I mean, I'm just going to blast past with DRS and ERS up onto down the inside of Perez and up onto the podium. Red Bull will be kicking themselves. You know, again, just like McLaren, need to pick one driver. You know, they need to get on with this. If they keep battling each other, then they're not even going to get on the podium. As well, I do think this is a problem with how the AI behave on this game as well. And you know, up at you can see this now. Both McLarens are going for this. They want to win this race. Obviously, Piastri takes the lead then as well. Shout out for Gasly, by the way. He's down in P7, sort of like best of the rest. He's going to be on a huge point score there, as well as Alonso locks up that, loses his possession to Leclerc. As look up for Norris. Norris has gone straight on. Piastri takes the lead, and that could be, well, that just really sums up a miserable weekend for Lando Norris. You know, he was on for the win, or a good result, and you know, after a poor sprint, and he's reversing. So yes, not really sure what happened to Norris there. Piastri is very slow. I don't know what's wrong with Piastri, whether or not he's got some damage or not, but yeah, with DRS I'm able to try and pull away. You can see I've pulled a gap of 7/10, but in sector 3 I'm very slow, and you know, the tyres are going to start going off, and that's probably when the AI will probably have the advantage over me when we get that 25% clear. Well, Piastri retakes the lead there. To be honest, I'm not too fussed. You know, as long as he pulls me along. As Alonso and Leclerc again are going to have a battle. Magnussen's there as well. You know, all of this battling's allowed Gasly to escape. Albon's there as well, so if he can get front of those, that'll be good for him. As Norris, he is still running back. He's at back of the train now in last place. So yeah, Lando not having a good weekend. You'll be hoping for better in real life, because this is a shocker. As well as we've been sent by Perez up at turn 3, but again, that outside line is the best way to defend. It looks like Piastri will have the win. He's escaped DRS, and I'm going to be helped here by Max Verstappen round the outside at turn 6, or turn the inside for the next turn, turn 7, and excuse me, and that is Verstappen up to P3, and Sainz is going to get down the inside at turn 10. A fantastic move, and Russell's having a glow at Perez. Perez has become flustered and has lost 2 positions in the matter of some corners, and now Verstappen's up the inside. This is the final lap. Can I hold on for my first podium in this career mode as well? I'm going to try and use a bit of save the ERS, because Verstappen, he's got the inside line, unfortunately. Should have defended the inside to turn 4, but now I'm going to try and use some ERS here. Use a bit of overtake, try and get back in front of Verstappen at turn 5. No, Verstappen cuts in front, and I fear that is P2 gone. You know, he's going to accelerate now out of that corner, and look at it, he's just gone. Now that's P2 gone. Now I just got to hope that I can hold the Sainz off. He already made one overtake into turn 10, but not allowing that today. And through the final corner we come. It's not the P2, it's not the win, but it is the debut podium, and I will definitely take that. You know, after missing out in China, missing out in the sprint as well, to come through from 9th on the grid, that especially after how woeful my pace was in the early part of the race, I will definitely take that. Safety car definitely helped. For sure, although we were close. I was interested to see how it had got on closing in. In the end, a good result for Gasly. He finishes P7. as well. Bottas picks up a point somehow. I think Magnussen had a lock-up actually, or something as well. They started battling and he fell away in the end from Leclerc and Alonso and and Bottas got past in the end. Such a shame for Albon not able to get some points. So Bottas picks up a point as well. Gasly is actually moved in front of Stroll now. That podium actually doubles my points total to because we were on before today 12 points I think, and now we earned 5 for this sprint and also 15 from the actually 16 before the race, not 12, excuse me, as well. In terms of the constructors, Aston Martin, Mercedes are very close together. Those points for us are going to keep us in front, but won the rivalry, that's going to give me a good load of stats as well against Stroll as well. So see all these going up big time today as well. And their awareness is up to 71, pace is up to 72, racecraft up to 73, focus up to 69, and that rating is going to be very helpful, up to 71 now overall. Another percentage point as well on recognition. Still pushing for that second R&D secret upgrade though from the team. Whether or not we'll get any of them as well. You know, Albon is starting to crumble really. He's not in good form. You know, he needs to come back at the next race, which will be Silverstone. That episode will be out next week sometime as well. But yes, P3, it was you know, McLaren have come back, you know, 2 race wins in a row for them as well. Verstappen has been consistent though, apart from 7th at Miami, 6th at Bahrain. He's not been off the podium as well. So that's why there's still a 51 point gap as well. But yes, that though is where I'm going to leave it today's episode. If you have enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. I see plenty more F124 driver crew mode and other F124 gameplay videos as when they come out. Until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care, enjoy your day, and goodbye.